So 7 renovation tips that you cannot ignore. If you want to renovate successfully, oh man, you know, you can have a disaster if you just go in blind and just have a go and not really consider these things. Number one, first of all, is the wrong type of renovation. And by the wrong type of renovation, I mean the wrong type of style, a style that's really polarizing, perhaps a home that's too big or too small for the demographic, or too modern or too masculine, or something that's cold and hard and doesn't attract the attention of a buyer. So number one, don't ignore using the correct renovation style. Don't do the wrong type of renovation and expect it to work. Number two is preparation or lack thereof. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. We used to say that in the COPs all the time. Like right from buying the property, from getting your finance early, from educating yourself to how to renovate a property properly for profit and so that you enjoy the process, right? So preparation is everything. Number three, working out an accurate budget, not just a rough guesstimate. You can do that at first, but when it gets down to the feasibility, really get into the numbers and make sure that your budget is accurate and stick to that budget and stick to your timeframes. Number four, knowing exactly where to spend that money on a renovation. People go really, really wrong by ignoring that fact, by just thinking, I'll change this and I'll change that and I'll change this according to what pops into their mind. So knowing exactly where to spend the money really matters. You want to get back $2 to $3 for every dollar that you pop into a renovation project. So you need to know exactly where to spend it so that people get excited about your project and they'll support you at the time when they're about to buy your property with their own money. Number five, ignoring regulations. So be respectful of things like asbestos removal limits, know those limits, development approvals for, say, structural renovations. Be respectful of neighbours as well, but definitely be respectful of the rules around what you can do to that home, what changes you're allowed to make. Be on the right side of the law always. And guys, never expect your tradies to work outside of their allowances, their regulations either. Respect your tradies. Number six, this gets mentioned a lot, too much DIY. I love DIY, get excited when I stir a tin of paint, but too much DIY can slow a project down, particularly if you're a newbie and you're very, very slow at doing these things. So too much DIY, please don't ignore that. Be very, very conscious about how much rolling up the sleeves you are willing to do and how much getting people in to do things faster is better for you. And number seven, my final tip, hire slow and fire fast. And by that, and it's a bit tricky when there's a shortage of tradies, but get to know your tradies, see their work, watch them on site. Don't annoy them, but watch them on site. Develop really good relationships with tradies. Keep the ones that you really like to work with and get rid of the ones that you don't. Like just end it really kindly and gracefully so that everyone's happy. But if somebody is not performing for you on your property and you think it's going to affect your outcome, you need to deal with it like a grown-up person. Renovating is business and you need to treat it like it is business. Its properties are our biggest investment and no one wants to stuff it up. So that's it for my top 7. I just looked at the comments, top 77. Top 7 renovation tips you can't ignore if you're keen for a successful outcome. Cheers, guys. Love you lots. See you next Tuesday night. Bye.